god. I can't stop laughing because this is actually happened. This is actually happening because this is not a joke. Because Markiplier, the famous Let's Player that isn't PewDiePie, and the star of the Island movie, were officially attending 2026 Oscar event. And my god, this is actually happened. Like, this is not an April Fool's joke too early. This is 100% happened. This like, wow. I mean, there's a famous YouTuber who attending the Oscar ceremony. That actually didn't make no sense. This is that happened. It's like the Oscar, the Academy Awards team is like, hey, have you heard the guy who starred in the Ireland movie with a video game adaptation? Years ago and had Matt hit the box office. And then the one guy said, oh yeah, let's get this guy intended already in the Oscars this year. Yeah, that made no sense. This is happened. Like that. See, you know what? I mean, good God, this like, wow. God, this a famous Let's Player that isn't PewDiePie. We're attending the Oscars for this year's Oscars, and by God, this is actually exists. This has actually happened, and boy, oh boy, we happen to tell you something because Markiplier, the famous Let's Player and star of the Ireland movie, because I haven't seen it, because I've skipped the theaters for some reason, so I'm going to talk about later, will be officially attending this year's Oscars because this is not a joke. This is real. Like, this is wow. I think this is like, wow. This is like no one of the social media stars would be attending the Oscars, but one of which was a famous Let's Player and the star of the I Love movie, was gone massive success in the box office. And yes, and like I said, I haven't seen the movie, but I've skipped the theaters for some reason. But I think that movie was gotten a lot of attention. You see mixed reviews, but honestly, that mixed reviews doesn't matter. But I think this movie is great, even though it's become a sort of a cult following. But yeah, I know this is based off the video game, so I probably know the video game adaptations is more different. Like after Sonic and Super Mario movies were on, and especially Minecraft movie was probably gone massive hit, gone turning points from video game film adaptations, and especially the TV series like Fallout and the Arcane Netflix series. So Fallout and live action series were from Amazon Prime Video. So I digress, but still, that's like. Yeah, this happened. Markiplier will be actually attending this year's Oscars. So the reason why, because the partial reason why that the Markiplier will be attending this year's at the Oscars for this year's Oscars, because as we know, YouTube is officially took over streaming and broadcasting rights to the Oscars beginning in 2029. Because since ABC and Disney Plus, especially on the decided losing broadcasting and streaming rights of the Oscars, and will be ending in 2028, which would be 3 and 2 years, but I don't know. But since the ABC and the parent company, the Walt Disney Company, was probably decides the reason because the streaming and linear TV and streaming was gone like rough tough, because since probably much they are more different than the usual. Disney Plus and Hulu one was something completely different. There's probably gone expansion since the post 2019 20th Century Fox merger and acquisitions, now later 20th Century Studios, has been a different kind of direction. Even they've taken new on consolidation, and especially since Bob Iger left Disney, was a new CEO, was probably tell that. So I hope. So probably be reasons that Disney will be losing the rights, broadcasting and streaming rights at the Oscars was it be ending in 2028, but the YouTube will be beginning broadcasting and streaming rights of the Oscars, because YouTube was now becoming a different place nowadays. I mean, now I think YouTube was owned by Google. We're more and more focused on it's probably gone a new direction. It's especially I think the podcast and especially the other stuff and YouTube Shorts was gone through the hit, and that's new and gone a lot of take a new big something else. Like YouTube used to be a better place, and now after like drama things like. It's pretty much mostly unlike the other social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, later X, or X, what we call that, and even on Twitch and something like that. So another social media stuff. So and TikTok too. So pretty much the YouTube was a better place to watch on TV, and especially YouTube TV was probably gone watching all of the channels in US. So if you live in America, YouTube TV was more different. If you watch all the channels, it's pretty between all the different kind of channels like ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox, and a bunch of cable channels, probably more like online on streaming. So that's probably and especially the streaming service nowadays. Like I've mentioned that. Because Disney and Plus and Hulu were more at the line of the TV station ABC, and other channels like Disney Channel, Disney Junior, and Disney XD, and ESPN, and a lot of others. But the same thing with there are probably reasons that the streaming service will become a huge taking on the new direction, new direction and a huge kind of sorry, I've probably been doing this thing because Disney streaming service like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, of course, although Hulu in some way, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and Peacock, and some other small scale streaming service like Tubi and Roku. So the reasons that streaming service pretty much become this direction, even Disney would probably continue airing the Oscars in the end of would be ending in 2028. But however, Disney might took over the Grammys telecast whereas its broadcasting and streaming rights will be airing on ABC and Disney Plus and Hulu, which it took over from CBS and the parent company Paramount Global, later merging with Warner Brothers, of course. But still, the reason because the music audience type of new audience of the music, mostly from the big artists, like more than the new talented artists. Even after like it pretty much music streaming service like Spotify and Apple Music. So pretty much want to know the audience that want to do. And MTV were like in the music channel owned by Paramount Global was MTV was probably not watching MTV Music Video Awards. So probably more like live performance. But the Grammys pretty more airing on the on the Disney owned ABC, especially on Disney Plus and Hulu. So if you like kind of content where I think this per Disney kind of took a new direction, so that's why Grammys will be now under the Disney umbrella, but the Oscars will mark the end of the Disney umbrella, Disney and ABC umbrella for quite some time, and moved or hand over to YouTube. So in beginning in 2029. So yeah, that's why reason why that YouTube the Oscars will be moving in YouTube in 2029. But the reason because Markiplier will be attending the Oscars, so this year's Oscars. So I think the reason the more fitting of the casual audience, more before like a road to YouTube, the Oscars, YouTube took over the Oscars. So yeah, that's what you know. I think to say about the Markiplier, I know that pretty know he did a lot of Let's Plays, he did a lot of horror stuff like the Five Nights at Freddy's. But the more recent like the horror film he made it is The Iron Lung, and like I said, I haven't seen the movie. I'm skipped this movie in theaters because reasons as. But I'm gonna watch on streaming, particularly on Netflix or Prime Video, or if you live in America, it was on Shudder, which is the streaming service from IFC, and AMC was a parent company, AMC Networks, and IFC was now calling the independent film company. So that's company changed from IFC Films to simply IFC, which there's independent film company. Anyway, that's it. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the Oscars tomorrow. I'm gonna watch on TV on ITV UK instead of NBC. So about probably reasons the before in Disney ABC. Oscars, NBC, and NBC deal ended, so we will see. So yeah, I'm probably Markiplier, Ireland himself will be attending the Oscars this year. So I'm excited tomorrow. So what are your thoughts? Do you think Markiplier will be? Do you think YouTubers and social media will be appearing to the Oscars? Let me know. And what do you think of YouTube? Will be moving? The Oscars will be moving to YouTube in beginning 2025. So I think I'm gonna say, like, I don't know, mention this, like, the Oscars will be, so the YouTube might take over the live streaming and broadcasting rights to the Oscars. Was a bad idea? Probably not. It's got a lot of confused audience that's probably airing on TV or on the street, on YouTube, where it's a YouTube video social media site. But I think not, but I think this is happening. So if you like a kind of things, like the Markiplier, probably the famous YouTuber will be attending. It's not Mr. Beast. So I think excited for that. So again, what do you guys think? What do you think of the famous YouTuber? What do you think about the attending of the Oscars? And what do you think of YouTube? The Oscars will move to YouTube as a live event on beginning in 2029. Let me know in the comments. And I'm probably excited for the Oscars tomorrow because, yes, Markiplier will be attending the Oscars. So I think this is happening. Like, I mean, I'm not sure I know the Markiplier who did a lot of Let's Plays. I know him from, but I can't wait. I'm excited for that. So. Yeah, and again, I haven't seen Ireland. Again, I skipped this movie in theaters for reasons, so I'm watching someday and streaming, probably on Netflix or Prime Video. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and Markiplier. I'm excited for Markiplier will be attending. So let's freaking go!